Anxiety for me is this interesting thing. I know a lot of people suffer from it, but it's this interesting thing where I've connected now. I used to lean into my anxiety, right? I used to, especially doing comedy, I would like make it a thing, whatever. Pandora's box of anxiety opened up for me on 9/11 because I thought my mom was dead. It's this whole thing. So I couldn't shake that feeling for 10 years after that. I could not shake the feeling of thinking my mom or anyone I loved, any woman that I loved, girlfriend or mom or aunt, if they did not respond to me within 5 minutes of a text, I assumed they were dead. That feeling of 9/11 every day came back because I was calling my mom, no response, no response. Every day, coming back. And so I would deal with that. And then something happened where I started to look at my anxiety like narcissism and like disgusted with myself to the point where, because I used to put out these videos, Anxiety Tuesday, talk about my anxiety, and people will still sometimes be like, oh, that Anxiety Tuesday stuff, it helped me so much. Why don't you do it anymore? And I'm like, I hate that. I hate that guy. That guy was so pitiful, like because you were being worried about things that really didn't matter. What I should have done and what I know now is dealt with that anxiety in a healthier way. So instead of subconsciously, selling my house because I was really nervous about a big show, I would have been able to deal with that anxiety in a healthier way and make a better decision. So I think like this relationship with anxiety is so like big and swings in my life that I used to kind of I'm trying to use the energy now to be like, well, how can you learn from this? How does this build you up? And how do you make better decisions, by doing this? So I struggle with that.
Do you have friends that you grew up with that also had anxiety too? No,
anxiety wasn't a thing that you could speak about in my neighborhood.
So this was only like you on your own developed this?
100%. And then like I remember my anxiety was so bad. I played college basketball and I would text my girlfriend at the time to make sure she got home from work, whatever, what she was doing. And if she didn't text back, I remember there was this one game, we were playing Brooklyn College, which was like a big rival. We needed to beat them. I was, one of the best players on the team. I remember she wasn't texting me back. I foolishly texted her before the game, like when we were in the locker room. And then thinking, okay, we're going to go in for warm-ups, 20 minutes, I would have to leave my phone in another room because the anxiety of like, is the phone ringing or not, I couldn't handle it. So if I texted her and then I went and did something else for 20 minutes, I would say at the end of this 20 minutes, she's going to have a text, she's home, and you can relax, right? Even though it was pure daylight in New York, like she was always going to be okay. But my brain convinced me otherwise. So one day, she's not texting back. And now the game has begun. So I'm playing this game like I can't even feel my body. Like I am paralyzed. Truly, I cannot feel my body. My mouth is numb. I'm having like a full panic attack, but I am the lead player on a college basketball game that we need to win.
Oh my God.
So I don't know like what the fuck to do. So I call a timeout. Overrule my coach. I'm like, timeout, coach, I just need a breather. Okay. I say, I'm just going to go back into the training room. I just want to tape my ankle, which is normal. Okay. I come back out because I wanted to look at my phone. Yeah. I look at the phone, still no message, still nothing. Turns out it was just a delay on the train, and she's a 21-year-old girl. She's not looking at her phone all the time.
Right.
And I come back and I have the phone stuffed in my pants.
Oh my God.
I stuffed it in my like tidy shorts, and I played the game with the cell phone stuffed in my pants because I said the only way I'm gonna be able to do this is somehow, when nobody's looking, even though it's a packed college crowd, pull out this phone and make sure that she texts me, or else I can't play. I'm going to be paralyzed and I can't play. So I had it, and then I was playing the game, realizing this is worse because now I'm waiting for the phone to vibrate, and every time I thought it was vibrating, it wasn't. I was just running in the game. So then I stuffed it in towels and the warm-ups, which was in a pile in the back of the bench, and coach would call timeout, or I would call a timeout. I did that twice and get out, and then I would go over and look at the phone to see if she had texted me, and I dealt with this anxiety. And then what happened was we were kids, 18, 19. I opened up to one of my friends about it. We used to call him Bam Bam. He's a big boy, and I opened up to him about it, thinking whatever. And then what they did. Again, back then, not knowing anything about mental health, not really caring, being from deep in Brooklyn, what they did is on a road trip, one time we were going to a game, they found a way to they star 6-7'd, called me from a unrestricted no, it'll pop up nobody, and they said, the girl's name was Melissa. They were like, "Hey, we kidnapped Melissa.
Oh, jeez.
We have her in the trunk of our car. She's gonna die." Like everything that I confessed to them, they said, and it was crazy. My freshman year, when she also played basketball as well that year. When I was a freshman, she was a senior, so we would always be in the same gym at the same time, so I had no anxiety. I was 90% free throw shooter, 9-0. My junior and senior year, when I was a better basketball player, in better shape, the leader of the team, but she was not with me every game, 50% free throw shooter, because my brain, I couldn't feel my body. And I somehow got people, my teammates didn't even know this, I got all the way to Division III All-American. I'm my school's all-time leading scorer, or maybe second now. But I did all this stuff, and I was completely, 100%, absolutely having like this mental health crisis, like as anxious as I could be, where I swear I would never joke about this. Like I was like at 21 years old being like, I'm going to have to kill myself. I cannot live like this. And nobody could help me. My mother didn't know what to do. No, but this was, 20 years ago. But there was no mental health. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew about like that. I just dealt with every day reliving. I think my girlfriend's dead. I think reliving that 9/11 Pandora's box, and it affected me, and to the point where like every relationship I had, they broke up with me because they were like, I can't deal with this. To them, it was control, and in a way, it was. I was trying to control. I wouldn't care about if they cheated on me. Where are you? I was never jealous about that. I'd be like, go have fun, have sex. Let me know how big his dick is. I'm kind of into it. I don't give a shit. But I cared about their safety always. And it was this thing I could not let go of. And the biggest fear I have, and that's why I'm trying so hard to work at this now, and sometimes it's fucking exhausting, but I'm trying so hard, is I don't want that anxiety to come back and then I put it on my daughters.
Right.